Today we're going to discuss object-oriented programming, a class named BandMember using a function outside of its own methods, and no if statements required for the idea generator function. For the random ideas function, we begin by importing random. Using global variables, we plug it into the great ideas list right here. Next, we zoom to the ideas function. We create a local variable called num and assign it a random range 0 to 4. Then we assign that num to the great ideas index. And this function returns num. And so num returns one of the random strings from great ideas list. And here is one of the possible strings that great ideas could return. Either global variable A, which I heard the bar near Bangor needs a band, but they don't offer much, or any of these following strings. We begin the class BandMember with the method definition _init_, and pass parameters of self, member, and instruments. Self.member equals member. Self.instruments equals instruments. And we initialize self.expenses equals 0 because the band members will incur expenses when they buy instruments, when they drink, and when they eat. First, we need to know who are the members. Therefore, we have this function, method getMember, and we pass self as a parameter. Then we return member. We need to know which band member has what instruments. Therefore, we pass getInstruments, and we return self.member and self.instruments. Here we begin the method definition drink. We also need to pass self as a parameter. We pass a string naming what particular item that person drank and the expenses added. Here self.expenses plus equals x. And every time a person takes a drink, whether it's fruit juice or water, we also want to print ideas that they generate because this is a time when the band member has a chance to reflect on great ideas. Here we return self.member and concatenate expenses added. Then we add the string representing the drink. Here's the string of the amount and the total of expenses added. And finally, string.expenses. And we also added a new line with \n. Here's the class BandMember method eat. We also passed the parameter of self and the string of whatever they ate plus the amount. Also, while the band member eats, they also need to generate ideas of what they need for their band. We return self.member expenses added. The item that has been eaten, the string of the amount, the total dollar amount, and we pass string of self.expenses and create a new line with backslash ln. With backslash n. Finally, the class method is by instruments. Also, we need the parameter self, the instrument passed as a string, and the amount. Self.expenses plus equals the amount. Self.instruments append the instrument to the band member's inventory. And then we must return self.member, the string expenses added, plus the amount, a total of dollars, and a string of self.expenses, and to print a new line, backslash ln. We create a new band member by initializing the coda equals band member, passing the parameter string the coda, and her inventory of voice, guitar, and mic. Then later on we'll also print the coda.getInstruments, which will show just what she has. Next, we create another band member, Damien, equals band member, passing the strings Damien, instruments of voice, guitar, amps, and speakers. We want to know what Damien has, so we need to print Damien.getInstruments. Next, we incur data.drinkJuice, so we pass this parameter, juice, and a value of 2. Next, the coda gets hungry, so we ask the coda.eat, passing the parameter of lobster, and 30. Next, the coda decides to buy a new instrument, so we pass this method. The coda.buy new instrument, passing the parameter violin, and the number 60. Print the coda.getInstruments. Here we have the printout. The coda and her instruments, voice, guitar, mic. Here is Damien's inventory. Voice, guitar, amps, speakers. Dakota got some interesting ideas. If we get business cards, we could do more gigs. Dakota's expenses added juice. $2 for a total of 2. Next, Dakota ate lobster, so we also generated some other ideas. I'd need new strings and a shaker. Dakota's expenses added lobster in a total of 32. Dakota's expenses added violin, $60 for a total of 92, was passed when we asked her to buy some new instruments through the class method Dakota.buyInstruments. And here finally we got this Dakota instruments by asking for that method, Dakota.get instruments, voice, guitar, mic, and violin. This concludes this video.